After tidying up the cozy living room, Snow White climbed a creaky ladder to the attic. There, she found 7 tiny beds lined up in a neat row, just right for kids. Exhausted from all the cleaning, she yawned, flopped across all 7 beds, and fell fast asleep before she could even stretch her arms. Meanwhile, the 7 dwarfs were trudging home after a long day digging in the jewel mines. When they pushed open their cottage door, their eyes popped wide. The place was sparkling clean. "What kind of magic is this?" said one of the dwarfs, rubbing his eyes. His name was Grumpy. "I wouldn't mind more magic like this," said another with a big smile. That was Dopey. "We should check the attic," said another dwarf named Doc. "Something's odd around here, mark my words. Let's go upstairs and see what's up." To their amazement, they found a young lady with a kind face, sound asleep across all their beds. "Who are you?" the dwarfs shouted all at once. Snow White jolted awake, just as surprised as they were. After everyone calmed down, they swapped stories. Snow White learned their names: Bashful, Doc, Dopey, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, and Sneezy. She shared her tale life in the castle, her cruel stepmother who sent a huntsman to kill her, and how the huntsman spared her, telling her to flee into the woods. She could never go back home. "Stay with us," said Bashful shyly. "That's so kind," Snow White replied. "But if I stay, I'd want to help out." "You already cleaned," said Sneezy before letting out a big sneeze. "Looks like there's still some dusting to do," Snow White said with a smile. "We can keep the house spick and span if we all pitch in. I'll teach you how, and I'll do my part too." "Sounds fair," said Happy, nodding. "Absolutely," Snow White agreed. "There must be something else I can do," she added. The dwarfs just shrugged. "Can you read?" asked Doc. "We've got books with amazing pictures, but we don't know how to read them." So, they made a deal. Snow White would teach them all to read. To celebrate their new friendship, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs sang and danced the whole night long. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss part 4 of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.